заместителя министра обороны.
Comrade officers, esteemed comrades, good afternoon. As you know, we are continuing to improve the structure of the Ministry of Defense in connection with the needs and experience of the Special Military Operation, the functions of both the ordering and the supply bodies. And this work in the Ministry of Defense, as Deputy Minister of Defense, is headed by Sanchik Alexander Semyonovich, who until quite recently was one of the commanders of one of the groupings and a successful commander. At the proposal of the Minister of Defense, a decision has been made to concentrate all rear services in one set of hands. I would like to draw your attention to the fact that in modern conditions this is also combat work, fully combat work, and to the position in this area has been appointed. Well, such a decision has been made. Solochuk Valery Nikolaevich has been appointed. Please, Valery Nikolaevich. I specifically began by saying that the position of Deputy Minister was quite recently, relatively recently, given to Sanchik Alexander Semyonovich, who, just like you, is a combat officer who proved himself well as commander, competently directing troops. Now he is engaged in another matter. I also want to address you, Valery Nikolaevich. We know each other. We already know each other well. And, of course, you are one of the most talented commanders today. It was no accident that I said that leading the rear services is also combat work. I am confident that here you will show your best organizational qualities, especially since no one other than commanders, the same district and grouping commanders, as you know better than anyone what the troops, our fighters, and commanders need today. But we will talk about this separately now as well. The question of who will head the grouping, who will command it, is not a simple question. I am asking Ivanov Andrei Sergeyevich to move to this work, to this sector. Andrei Sergeyevich knows the situation not only in his area of responsibility, but also in the area of responsibility of the center grouping, because he is close to the commanders. They worked and continue to work with each other to this day. And it is very important that the quality of combat work in this direction is not lost. I am confident that Andrei Sergeyevich will certainly cope with this task. The question to Andrei Sergeyevich himself is who, in his opinion, could head the Vostok grouping, which is acting energetically, actively, and advancing at a pace that can evoke only the highest assessments. At the proposal of Andrei Sergeyevich himself, acting commander of the Eastern Military City and, accordingly, commander of the Vostok grouping, is appointed. The chief of staff of this grouping, Bolgarev Petar Nikolaevich. Petar Nikolaevich, you worked in close contact with Andrei Sergeyevich. I would like to express the hope that you will carry out common tasks together, and that this will be as effective as it has been until now, when Andrei Sergeyevich commanded the grouping. And finally, everyone knows well that we are creating, a decision has been made to create, a new branch of troops, the troops of unmanned systems. And the task was to find a person who had proven himself in this work in the best possible way. So, one of the most qualified specialists in this field. We consider Lyamin Denis to be such a person, please, who until the present time fought in the center grouping as chief of staff. Denis the new branch of troops is only being formed. I would like to express the hope that you, and both the minister and the chief of the general staff think so, being one of the most qualified specialists, as I have already said, will bring to completion formation of this new branch of unmanned systems troops and will head it in the future, in the near future. I want to thank you, comrade officers, for your combat work in your previous posts. To express confidence that your combat experience, personal professional qualities, and organizational abilities will help you in solving new tasks. And I want to thank you for what you have done up to the present time. Convey the very best words of gratitude to all your fighters and commanders. I would like to hear your assessments of what is happening now on the line of combat contact and from the Minister of Defense as a whole, from the Chief of the General Staff, and also in the area of responsibility of those groupings which you commanded until now.
Upgrade your news experience with the all-new HT app. Download now.
25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a banking dynasty meets tides of world history, intrigue, and a dash of myth?
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.
पच्चीस करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a banking dynasty meets tides of world history, intrigue, and a dash of myth?
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.